What is good, YouTube? Welcome back to another video. As you can see, I am back from Bali. Sorry, the sun is blinding my eyes. After 3 months, we're back in the garden, London, Fulham. The sun is out, it is beautiful. And as you can see from the title, we have a new series. This one is going to be titled the Ironman Saga. And as you can see, I've got my new bike, a nice Trek Madon 2024. The plan is this year to do a 70.3 Ironman. So for those that don't know, let me get this right. I believe it's 1.8 kilometer swim, a 70 or 80 kilometer cycle. It's a half marathon, so a 21.2 kilometer run. And the goal is to do that in October 18th, I think, and that is going to be in Portugal. Now, the plan is for me and Seb to do that. So it's 28 weeks today, and my prep for that is going to begin 4 weeks from today, or 4 weeks from recording this. So 24 weeks, give myself exactly 6 months. Terrible at swimming, given that I've just been on this bike for the last 90 minutes and it's broken me. Cycling needs to be improved. Running I'm getting much better at, but it's about getting really comfortable through the hips and the amount of volume, because every time I've done a half marathon recently, it's just got super tight through my hips and it's actually become quite uncomfortable. But that really is just down to the fact that just I haven't had enough time or enough volume in my legs to get used to it. So that is the plan. And I've been thinking about it for about 9 months. And for me, when I think about something, when I wake up and it's all I think about. So for example, when I was in Bali, all I could think about was getting a bike. All I could think about was running. All I could think about was getting swimming lessons. I mean, I could think about a lot more, obviously, but I woke up every day thinking about it, looking at bikes, looking at clothing, trying to find swimming baths around me, looking at all different events. So for me, that was kind of an indicator that, you know what, I probably should do this because I'm pretty obsessed with it. So yeah, I'm looking forward to it. It's new. And you know, something we tell a lot of our clients is do something that's tough, something that's hard, something that's going to push you out of your comfort zone. And for many, it's like tracking your calories. It could be, you know, doing conditioning workouts. It could be getting into running. It could be any of these things. A lot of our clients find them incredibly difficult and they find them really challenging. Some people will, some people won't, but everyone has their own difficulties and their own challenges. That's where progress comes, you know, through the difficulty, through the hard work, through doing stuff that you've not done before, stuff that's going to challenge you. And I thought, you know what, rather than be a hypocrite, let's do something that is going to challenge me this year. Because to be honest, getting lean and getting in shape, and I don't want to sound like very egotistical saying this, but it's something I've been doing for many, many years. And I've managed to remain relatively lean and in good condition for the last 10 years. It's not that I don't find it difficult, but I need a new challenge. I need something different. So that is it. This is what this saga is going to be, the Ironman Saga. This is episode number 1. I've just done my cycle. It is 10:50, so I'm going to have some breakfast now. And I think today's episode, guys, I'll just kind of show you what I'm eating and what I've got in the fridge, how we're going to kind of fuel these workouts, because there's a lot of volume. I mean, there's 2 bikes a week at the minute, 2 runs, 1 swim. And I think that equates to about 11 hours of work. And then plus I'm going to do 4 lifting sessions on top of that. So that's 60 to 90 minutes. So we're looking at sort of 16 to 18 hours a week of training. So it's quite a lot. So anyway, fueling is key. Recovery is key. And just making sure I'm not overcooking it too soon. We've got 28 weeks, 24 weeks till the prep starts. So guys, hope you enjoy it. Again, it's something different. And enjoy the rest of the video. Like, comment, subscribe. Do all that stuff. All right, post-workout. This is normally something I have as soon as I wake up, before a run, before a lift, before now a cycle, or before a swim. Full of carbohydrates, a little bit of protein, normally very little fat. However, I do add peanut butter because it is unreal. And like I said, right now I'm trying to eat more. The goal is not to be in a calorie deficit. The goal is to fuel my workout. So I'm having more food, but let me show you what I've made. It's unreal. All right, this is it. So 8 slices. 250 grams of oats, there's about 75 grams of honey, 75 milliliters of egg whites, 8 mature dates, 3 bananas, a little bit of salt, and like I said, we're gonna add some peanut butter, and it is unreal. There we go. Peanut butter, don't know how many calories are in it, but it's hot, but it's unreal. All right, so we're just gonna go get a coffee. Now, I am limiting the amount of coffee I'm having because guys, in Bali, this is no joke. I was doing calls in the morning at say 5:30 in the morning, and I would have had 3 coffees before my calls had finished, which was 8 a.m. So I was having a coffee at 5:30, coffee at like 6:30, then another coffee at 7:30. It's 8 a.m. and I've had 3 coffees. And then I was probably having one about midday. And you know what? I would always like to go and drive and get another coffee in the afternoon. So guys, I was having like 5 coffees a day. So I said to myself, when I get back, I'm only gonna have 1 caffeinated coffee and then as many decaf as I can handle. When I say handle, I just like the taste of it and actually like making it. I'm not saying you need to do the same thing. However, I did feel like I was crashing a lot, and I just like the taste. I don't really always love the effect. So yeah, decaf coffees for the win. 1 normal coffee per day. Yeah, let's see if that affects my energy in any way, shape or form. I'm guessing it will. Go sweet top. Hey. What? Look at me. Look at me. So what I eat in a day is probably the biggest question that I get asked. So I'm going to show you exactly what I've got in my fridge. Now, I get the same order every Sunday. It comes at 6:30. And people say, are you not bored of this food? And to be honest, guys, whether you're trying to lose weight, build muscle, if you're just looking to be consistent with food, you have to keep it very simple over sophistication. So keep the foods very simple. Find, 3 to 5 proteins that you like, 3 to 5 carbs, 3 to 5 fat sources, an abundance of vegetables and fruits, and just have them on rotation. You can still make it very, very tasteful with the right seasonings, the right sauces. It doesn't need to be different breakfast, lunch, dinner, 7 days a week. Because I can tell you now, if you do that, you're not going to be able to track it properly. You are not going to be able to be consistent with it. And it's going to be very expensive. So keep it very simple. 3 to 5 protein, 3 to 5 carbs, 3 to 5 fat, plenty of vegetables, plenty of fruits, all stuff you love and enjoy. Get loads of different seasonings, barbecue seasoning, chicken seasoning, mixed herbs, peri-peri, whatever. You can make your food taste amazing. So I'm going to show you exactly what I've got in the fridge. All right, so sparkling water, I absolutely rinse that. Probably have a bottle a day. Eggs, super high in protein, decent fats as well. 0% phage, whatever you want to call it, yogurt. Again, high in protein, no fat. I won't go through these. You know what this I showed you earlier. Almond milk, unsweetened, very low in calories. So it's a really good way of just having a little bit in your coffee or your tea without getting huge amounts of calories. Chicken breast, and this is venison. I've actually got 4 packets of that, and there's about 4 or 5 breasts in, and I've probably got about 15 for the whole week. So I just really eat those 2 as far as protein. And then eggs, egg whites as well. Super high in protein, really low in fat. Dark chocolate, dog food, we don't need to go through that. Peri-peri sauce, this stuff really low in calories, very tasty. Bananas, salad, green beans, potatoes, absolutely loads of them. Guys, you can have huge amounts of potatoes for quite low calories. Okay, so it's really good. And I just put them in the air fryer. Then we got apples. Then we'll go to the cupboard. All right, this is an absolute game changer. Cauliflower, broccoli, rice, super low in calories. You can get an abundance of food. Super fills you up, but again, low in calories. This is a game changer as well. Nando's peri-peri rub. So just put that on the chicken. Let's do rice cakes. Peanut butter, honey. And we've got oats. And that is about everything, guys. Apart from protein powder and a few supplements as well. So I'm just going through some of my client check-ins for Monday, and I always do this Sunday night because, to be honest, when people sit at the weekend, they often overthink things, or some people have had a really good weekend, some people have had a bad one, and I always feel like just getting back to them on a Sunday just sets them up for a Monday rather than them just waiting till Monday. So yeah, if you're a coach, I think that's a really good idea for clients. But one of the problems one of my clients is facing in a minute is he's been on holiday, or he's been on trips quite a few times since the start of the year. And he just put, so frustrated, I was in a great rhythm before I left for skiing, and it's been downward spiral since I got back. Today's day 1 to get back on track. The problem is when you go on holiday and you kind of lose that momentum a little bit, it can be quite hard to pick it back up. Some people really struggle, some people don't. And he is a guy that is super stressed, got kids, got a wife, a business, there's a lot going on, manages a big team, and his business is going really well, but he actually really struggles with these sort of things. So my advice was very simple. So usually we give him 4 sessions a week, and I don't get him to follow a set diet plan, but what I get him to do is track his calories and have a protein target, and that's the things that he works towards. So rather than coming back off of skiing and feel like you've got an absolute mountain to climb, my advice, and this is the same advice that I would tell most people, is start small. So if you're planning to do 4 sessions and you're planning to track every calorie and every protein and you're really struggling with all of that, when you get back, set yourself a target of, right, I'm going to do 2 to 3 sessions. And once you've built up that over a week or 2 weeks or 3 weeks, you found rhythm, then you can then do your 4 sessions, right? The same goes with food. If you are struggling to track every calorie, do everything, prepare all your food, it's just too much, start with the lowest hanging fruit, the biggest thing that's going to move the dial forward. And for him, I basically said, right, protein with every meal. Don't worry too much about exactly how much protein you're eating, but make sure you have protein with every meal. And if you do that, I can pretty much guarantee you're going to hit your protein content. And secondly, don't worry too much about tracking and being perfect. Just eat single ingredient, nutrient dense, high quality foods and cut out alcohol and cut out terrible garbage food. And I can guarantee you, if you do that for 2 or 3 weeks, you can then do the next stage, which is then tracking your calories, then doing it every day, then going from 3 sessions to 4 sessions, and then tracking all of your workouts. So rather than trying to do everything at once, for some people this can be quite hard and intimidating. Just think of okay, what can I do? What are the 1, 2, 3 things that I can do? And I can do that consistently. And then over time, you'll be able to build on top of that. So that is what I recommend. And I'm going to see how he gets on this week. But I'm confident if he does that, he'll be flying.
Final meal of the day, Greek yogurt, protein powder, apple, blues, some peanut butter. Fast and Furious 10, which is terrible. And then we're off to bed, right, babe? She's tired. All right, see you in the morning. Good morning, team. It is 6:19 and I'm just about to head into third space and do my Monday strength session. So today is a double session. I want to run through exactly what I'm doing this week because I always get a few questions as well about nutrition, but also what I'm doing as far as training. Guys, I post my weekly workouts, every workout from Monday through to Sunday for free on my email list. The link's in the description. You just have to sign up, put your name, your email, and I send it you every Sunday at 7 p.m. Anyway, so today's a double session, but the weather's looking pretty damn good lately. So I am going to get my run outside. So I'm coming in this morning. Well, it's actually cold, it's like 6 degrees, to get my sessions in. So let me run through what the week of work is looking like. This will change because when I start with my new coach 24 weeks out, it's going to be a little bit different. However, Monday is a run and strength. So whether you do the run in the AM or in the strength in the PM or vice versa, it doesn't really matter. Really what I would say is focus on the most important thing first thing in the morning, if that's where you've got most energy, or focus on the most important thing later in the day if that's where you've got most energy. So if you want to improve your running, that's your main focus. Do that when you've got the most amount of energy. If that's the morning or the evening, you do that. So anyway, Monday is run and strength. Tuesday is swim and strength. Wednesday is cycle and strength. Thursday is rest. Friday is strength and conditioning. So that is strength work, but then obviously conditioning based work, erg work, rower, intervals, all the kind of EMOMs, AMRAPs, all that kind of fun stuff. Saturday is a longer run. So that normally falls between 15 to 20K. And then Sunday is a longer cycle. And that normally falls between 90 minutes to 2.5 hours, depending on who I'm with or what I am doing. So all in all, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. It's like 9, 10 sessions for the whole week. So it's a lot of fun, a lot of volume, but nonetheless, it's not going to be easy. If it was, everyone would be doing it. So guys, I'm going to get in and do this session. I'm not supposed to be recording in there, but I'll try and get a little bit, and then I will see you for breakfast. And then, do you know what? We'll probably wrap up the video because I've got a massively busy day. I showed you a lot yesterday about what I'm doing, the Ironman, and the food that I'm eating. And to be honest, you don't really need to see much more in episode 1. But hopefully I can bring you along for some of the swimming and some of the running, which is going to happen later this week. So guys, I'm going to get the session. Peace out. Have a good morning, afternoon or evening, wherever you are. Give me an hour. I'll see you soon.
All right, so you probably guessed it. Not allowed to film. So quick physique check. Arms are looking good. Feeling still lean, feeling full. Later, we've got the run. Let's see how we get on.
All right, guys, we're out. Part number 2, 10K run. The weather's great. It's like 15 degrees. So yeah, it's about 6 hours apart between session number 1 and session number 2. Fueled twice, done loads of work, and yeah, I'll show you the views. It's unreal. Yeah, the views of running down the river is unreal. And in the summer, I just love getting out and getting the running done here. Now, obviously, if it's intervals and it's speed work, it makes more sense doing it on a track or on a treadmill. But yeah, when we do the Ironman 70.3, hopefully Portugal, it will all be outside. It'll be hot in this. And to be fair, this is nothing compared to Bali. So yeah, feeling very acclimatized. Alright, so we swapped the river for the road. Hopefully I don't get run over. So they reckon, or based on research, a 70.3, so half Ironman, a good time, or the first time, a lot of people try and get under 7 hours. I think it's kind of similar with like a marathon. People try and get under the 4 hour mark. So 7 hours to do a 2k swim. I think it's like 70 to 90k bike and then a 21k run. So my half marathon is like 141. So I think if I can get that around 150 after doing all of that, I think I should get under 7 hours. But who knows? It's 28 weeks away. But if any of you watching this have done one and know what a good swim, cycle and run should be, let me know. Be intrigued to find out.
Post run, hydrate. So we got some cold water because warm water tastes terrible. Got some electrolytes, and then this one scoop is 500 milligrams of sodium. So this morning I've already had 1,000, so I am going to have another 1,000 because it's hot and it's sweaty, and I've done 2 workouts today. So that's 1,000 milligrams of sodium. I'm going to chug that, and then we're going to eat.
All right, so it's a little bit bright, but hopefully you can see it. Post workout or post run, potatoes, chicken, green beans, Nando's sauce. Post workout should always be high carb, lean protein, and low fat. So guys, that is what we should be eating. And I'm gonna get a bit more sun before we do some calls tonight. Well guys, we'll leave the video there. And Ironman Saga, episode number 1, it is a wrap. Like, comment, share, subscribe, do all that stuff. Join me for the next one. I will be documenting every step of the way, the good, the bad, the ugly, going through a bit more of my training, a bit more of my nutrition, what I'm finding hard, what I'm struggling with, and the progress that I'm going to make. So guys, follow along, and yeah, if you like this video and you look forward to this series, let me know below. I'll see you on the next one. Peace.